Thank you. Thank you, Miss Carson. Thank you, Audubon. Thank you, Allison, Ellen, Nell. And thank each of you for all that you do that we don't know about. My journey with Rachel Carson has been a gift beyond anything I could have imagined. To have for so many years been surrounded by Miss Carson's words, her books, her letters, her personal papers, to have had the opportunity to meet with so many of the major players in her life and to count many of them today as friends, this has been my gift. To be fortunate enough to meet someone who articulated my heart. This is who Carson has been to me. How could I not want to bring her words to life, to help introduce her to another generation? There are many people without whose help this would not have been possible, and there are three that I would like to mention. The first is William Shawn, who was generous enough to meet with me to discuss his years with Carson and to help me find a playwright to put all this material together. After several meetings, he told me that he had found my playwright, and it was me. I told him that I couldn't possibly do it because I wasn't a writer and this was way too important a job. And he said, "My dear, that is a psychological block. It's not even a writer's block." He told me to quit my night job, which was acting in a Brian Friel play down the road, and to start writing, and he would edit. He threw down the gauntlet, and I accepted. The second man to guide me on this journey was Paul Brooks, Carson's editor and publisher at Houghton Mifflin. He was not only a dear friend to Carson, but the man to whom she entrusted her son when she died. For some reason that I will never know, Mr. Brooks trusted me and my ability to accomplish this task, and he championed me throughout the entire process. The play, A Sense of Wonder, is dedicated to Mr. Brooks. Because of these two men, the estate opened its doors and I was given access to everything and everyone. The third pillar of support is my husband, Andrew Kimbrell, who held my hand and had my back through the nearly 4 years it took for me to create the play. I had zero confidence, and he had complete confidence in me. I don't mean that my writing process didn't frustrate him. He said I wrote as a cow eats through 7 digestive tracts. I actually think there are only 3. He said, just make an outline and fill it in. And I said, how can I make an outline when I don't know what it is I'm trying to say? After years when I couldn't figure out how to put it all together and I was ready to give up and pass it on to a real writer, he said that I couldn't possibly do that. I would certainly find someone to whom writing came more easily, but no one who understood what I was trying to do or who felt the deep connection that tied me to her. And he was right. So I stumbled through to the end. Thank you. After each performance, and I have been performing this for this, I've just finished my 23rd year, the audience always asks, who is the Carson of today? And my answer is there isn't one. Carson was so unusual because she was not only this curious, brave scientist, but a magnificent writer, a poet. And in the course of writing Silent Spring, she became an advocate. I don't know anyone who holds those 3 capacities quite the way she did. But you know what? It's not important. It's not important that there isn't another her. In her life, she activated an archetype of courage for the rest of us. she is still here to guide and inspire us to become our own creators and defenders of this universe story. She told us that the time is critical, the urgency palpable, whether our concerns are chemicals in agriculture, clean water, the end of the age of extraction, nuclear proliferation, genetic engineering, climate destabilization. These are some of the pressing issues of our time. Carson said, man's attitude towards nature is today critically important because we have acquired the fateful power to destroy it. We still talk in terms of conquest. We still haven't become mature enough to see ourselves as only a tiny part of this vast, and I can't read my writing. It's some beautiful word, universe. Sorry. Margaret Mead said that we each have the ability to make a creative difference in the world. Now I'm relaxed, finally. Carson changed that quote slightly and said, we each have the responsibility to make a creative difference in the world. This is the Rachel Carson Award, and I am truly honored to receive it. To honor Carson, I believe she would ask each of us, with our myriad gifts, to step up to the plate with courage. Thank you.